Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. I'm doing okay. Had an okay day. I hope y'all did as well. Alright, so we're going to get back into Hogwarts Legacy. I'm sorry that I kind of cut it short yesterday. But I only have so many hours I can use at the during the week. I have to get some sleep, so there we go. Sorry. I know that if we had not taken the time to do the registration stuff for whatever, y'all know what I mean, then we wouldn't have had that problem, but we would have got further. But it is what it is, so let's proceed. Oh, I took off our robe and I put on the dark wardrobe. I don't know if it looks better, really, but whatever. It's something. So let's go.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
In the map. Okay, so this symbol represents main quest. Completing main quest will further the story, unlock new features, and grant XP. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward. Some quests are locked by spell or level requirements. In these cases, you will need to meet the required level and or the required spell to activate the quest. Makes sense. New spells can be earned by completing professors' assignments or as quest rewards. You can track a quest by selecting arms class or defense against the arts class. How about defense against dark arts?
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Okay.
Oh, everybody knows you're in remedial potions. I'd like to see your parents' faces.
Cast Charm Compass. The Charm Compass will lead you to anything you're tracking.
So you can pay them a visit as sharp and lie yourself silly about how
Oh, that's cool.
marvelous you are and how
Okay.
you exceeded expectations.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something
Lumos.
illuminating that solves the mystery.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
Nearby? That's over here, right? No. Hold on. No. Obviously the side of the staircase.
Revelio.
Oh. I thought we got lucky. Should I not be messing with this yet? Is that the fountain? Not that fountain.
I suppose one could smuggle a path into the dormitory.
You can see an arch. No, it's not this one.
This looks like the location from the painting.
Oh, well,
What could be so
thank you.
special about it? Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Oh. Okay.
It's a good thing the owlery is away from the
Oh. I spent time looking for it. But,
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
well, I guess she's right there. That was easy.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Let's go to Dark Arts and see what we find on the way. That was
So many letters regarding
like, they literally showed me where it was. It was marked, and I didn't notice that it was marked.
Revelio.
Oh,
That's the last time I have a potion idea that I don't write down.
I talked to... Nope, I guess I can't talk to the paintings. Did I go the wrong way? I
think
did.
there were dogs here as well.
I'm pretty sure. Wait. Oh. It dropped it because we were tracking the other thing. Uh-huh. Oh. That has something to do with his door. Although I cannot see that it is doing anything to the door. Hit the wrong button. Oh. What? Oh. No. Okay. Alright, let's go to Defense Against Our Hearts.
Got a peek at the prefect's bathroom last year. I'd missed class for a week.
Revelio.
This fountain in the Transfiguration Courtyard has a likeness of a wyvern on top and serves as a relaxing place for students to gather. Despite rumors to the contrary, possibly started by Sir Cagigan, this is the most assuredly not meant to be the wyvern of why. Why? Slain by the lively knight in spite of himself.
Revelio.
Oh, is this the... I'm seeing the door, I think. Yeah, I think I'm seeing the door.
Have you ever been to the kitchens? I hear it's run by house elves.
It's all glowing. Did y'all see glowing? It's definitely glowing.
Lumos.
No, guess not. Oh, maybe if I, Oh, I was about to say transfigure, but that is definitely not the word I want. Levitate. The ball.
Revelio.
Painting of Ilias. This painting depicts the young orphan wizard Ilias, who famously saved his entire village from an army of Dementors, and the dark wizard Raxidin, By conjuring the mouse Patronus. Okay. Wait.
Revelio.
Oh. I don't particularly like the fact that I can see through the walls when I do that. It's making me think I can go do something, and I can't.
That youngun's now a teacher as well. Wonder she's not covered up by her own fangs and
Lumos.
No?
Revelio.
I don't think there's anything I can do with it at the moment. Okay. Castle looks a lot different. Ooh.
Revelio.
Okay, but why are there eyes outside the classroom?
I hadn't met any of my cousins until I came to Hogwarts, and found out we were sorted into the same house. I adore decorating for the holidays.
Can never have too many fairy lights,
Ooh.
in my opinion. Not sure the fairies would agree
Oh,
with mine.
tea.
This is the first year my siblings and I are born.
Stupefy! Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Yeah. Bombard!
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Why is it Levioso and not Leviosa?
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprise...
Levioso!
Good. Now, the basic. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy. Levioso! What are you doing up there?
What?
You're good.
How perceptive. Thank you. This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Only all of my students are
Protego.
this adept.
Stupefy.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Levioso.
Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Levioso!
Thought I got it.
Stupefy.
Complicates things.
Levioso.
Watch your opponent for signs to attack or defend yourself.
Protego. Stupefy. Levioso.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
What is this chest on the minimap? And what are you studying? Is this something to do with that door?
Revelio.
Available side quests can be found inside regions of Hogwarts marked as flag and discovered by exploring the world. These quests reward XP but do not advance the main story. Okay. You're saying this. There's a quest over here. Okay. Still. I wonder if that chest is marking the other chest that we found earlier. No, because that one's over there. Why does it feel like why are we going in circles? Now there's a marker with a flame. I am confused.
Let us keep our heads about this.
Ooh.
Lumos.
Are the moths always nearby? No. That's not it. The first one was marked, but this one is not.
Levioso.
No? Okay.
Lumos.
Can't be that far off, right? We have to bring the moth back here. Right? This is what we saw, isn't it?
Revelio.
Well, I found the bathroom.
What a lovely
Somebody's brewing potions in the bathroom.
pass by at least once a year, twice if you can.
We got 33 galleons from that. Here we go. There it is.
Lumos.
It wasn't too far. I just had to keep going.
You could do better than that.
Wait, what? Maybe that wasn't directed at us.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Pet the kitty.
I wish those.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the
Goblins,
uprising.
werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert
Revelio.
Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot, and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
What the? See, there's that chest again. On the minimap.
Someone's parents sent homemade cauldron cake, and they shared them in common.
Oh. I've literally got to tell it I want to find quests. You can't just run in.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Gryffindor wants to
Hello,
be friends with
I am
Slytherin?
Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Seal.
Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Seal.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
What are we doing?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall. Yes? That's it! Not to worry.
Okay.
Very good. Stay focused. Excellent control there. Happens to the best of us. Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Watch this. There we go.
Accio!
Splendid!
Here we go. That is how it's done.
Oh.
Not to worry.
Be sharp. Yes!
What if I knock her ball off?
Accio!
I guess we won't find out.
Well done.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Aha.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this. Phew. Not exactly your typical
Accio.
lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Ah, crap. I forgot to let go.
Stay focused.
Let us see this. There we go.
That's it.
Be sharp. Yes!
Accio!
Stop, stop, stop.
Oh dear.
Crap. I tried.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
It makes me wonder if there's a different outcome if you win.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
A
if
word,
you're so
if you
inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on...
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that. Cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
There's that picture again.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan. If you lean forward on your broom just right,
I was actually expecting that door not to open.
What's wrong with you, student? Afraid of a staircase?
Levioso!
Into the staircase. And it got us where?
Revelio.
Tapestry of Barnabas the Barmy. This tapestry depicts the wizard Barnabas the Barmy's foolish attempt to train trolls for the ballet. One can only imagine the impact on the arts had he succeeded. Astrology Tower? Is that where I'm heading? Astronomy. Not astrology. Astronomy. Yeah, Astronomy Tower.
Lumos.
We just... No. $66 or 67 gallons. Well, I think that empty picture frame may have been depicting the lower floor. Perhaps.
Revelio.
I thought I was seeing that.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
My dear. Oh my god. Is that Devani? You'll be pleased to hear that I received word from my contact in Cambridge who conceded that they had in fact been incorrect in their understanding of meteor showers. It seems that an Irish astronomer and a British astronomer both built upon the work done by an Italian astronomer. All muggles. Mind you, as far as I know, to propose calculating the position of the dust of Earth's orbit as means of connecting meteor to comet. Brilliant, really. One can only imagine what they might do with an enchanted telescope. Frustratingly, in my correspondence, I did feel that I had to continue using the pseudonym for my day as a gentleman scholar. Whilst I still find it rather exciting to have a secret identity, the reason irks me. I am so looking forward to our trip later this year to Jantar Mantar. What an adventure we shall have. I miss you, dear sister, and do hope you are well. With love. Such straight up. There weren't any telescopes lower, were there? Now. Okay, hold on. I obviously missed them all. Thought it was here. But that is not the case.
Can't decide if I like Professor Weasley or Professor Hecat more. Hecat? No.
Ah, there it is.
Lumos.
All right. Shall we go to Professor Weasley, or should we go to the South Wing? I think we should go to the South Wing. We haven't discovered any of these. Wow. You know what? Never mind. We'll find our way over there at some point. That's supposed to be the gamekeeper's cottage? Wait, what? Okay.
That was it. Half a bottle of flabbergasted leech, stirred.
Go check out a side quest.
There's always Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this.
Haven't we talked to her before?
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello.
We definitely
Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Amit told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
We might have to read her diary. Okay, how do we get to the library? Through here?
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Accio! Got it. Only 4 more to go.
Green gloves. Professor Black, might I suggest a ban on magic in the library? Someone has been sneaking into the restricted section, and Cressida Bloom seems to think the library has her own professional arena in which to practice her latest incantations. It is most disruptive. One might consider Peeves tame by comparison to such antics. Ouch. Sure, Peeves would find that quite insulting. It's the restricted section? Yes.
Accio!
We have 1 more to find. Collect. More like. Yeah.
Accio!
My sister will be home for the holidays this year. Hope she's brought me a new beater's bat. We're bound to have Quidditch next year.
Thought maybe there'd be more collectibles. Collectibles isn't what I want to say. More hidden items around the school. Alright, I guess back to Cressida. Back around this weird spinning staircase. Ah.
Revelio. Accio. Can you remind me what you needed help with again?
I need someone to collect the 5 books flying about the library for me. One of them is my personal diary, and I'd really like to have it back before it falls into the wrong hands.
Did I not get all 5 of them? Oh, I only got 3? That doesn't seem right. I could have swore I got 5. I didn't think it was going to take that long to get here.
Accio. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Today was a good day. That is, until Gareth splashed whatever ridiculous concoction he was creating all over my perfectly stewed lacewing flies. I had to empty my entire cauldron and start all over again. He is such a menace. Thinks he knows everything there is to know about potions, always disrupting Professor Sharp's class with his experiment. I'm utterly convinced that if he wasn't Professor Weasley's nephew, he would have been expelled by now. There brought Smokies again tonight for dinner. I'm becoming more partial to them now, although I still prefer meat pie. Okay. Still a book flying around in here somewhere. Not saying it. Oh. Oh. Let me up. Let me up.
Accio! That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
That's a bit disorienting. Just a bit.
I find it too distracting myself.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Gotta be a jerk or not?
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
Hello.
Revelio.
My aunt made some amortential because she wasn't getting along well with my uncle. My father writes to me every week asking about that.
Accio.
I can't wait to have a nap in front of the fire in the common room later. After Sharp's last class, I've earned it.
Levioso. Accio. Lumos.
What the heck?
Accio.
What is that?
Accio.
It's possible to spend time with any of the mer people from the lake. Tried what I
Oh,
thought was a
they're
smoothie
flying
mixer
things.
for my hair. Oh, I think I was tricked. Smells like floggerworm. Oh, I tried to brew some amortential once.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Yeah. Speak to Professor Ronan to receive your first assignment. Assignments are a type of quest given to you by Hogwarts professors that, when completed, reward you with new spells. The reward for completing your first assignment will be the Mending Charm, Reparo, which is required to complete other quests. You can track assignments and their progress in the quest menu in the field guide. Okay.
Revelio.
Partially transfigured. This partially transfigured teacup, likely the soon to be reversed error of a second year, serves as the cautious tale of those students who do not take serious the complexities and dangers of transfiguration. That was Ron. Although, I mean, this is obviously it wasn't Ron, but that's what Ron did. And he did it in a second year. Another cat.
Revelio.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Accio! Got it.
Well, I bet we'll be repairing that when we come back.
The flying page must be around here somewhere. Accio! Brilliant.
That was quick.
I trust the
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Oh, that was the wrong button. Okay. Up until now, every button has been the same. The mending charm, Reparo, can be used to mend broken objects and pieces of the environment.
That's it! Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Reparo.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
We're gonna go to Hogsmeade, don't worry. But I want to go back in here. The picture for the Reparo notification specifically showed like one of these.
Reparo.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
Well, that just sounded Screw it.
Are you alright?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
I haven't much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
They're just everywhere, aren't they?
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Zenobia.
Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Seems weird that they would hide another one in the same spot. But it does kind of indicate that there is another one. Wait, hold on. Wait, what? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 markers. We got one already, so yeah, there's got to be another one right here. Ah, there is another one here, and it is up a level. Okay.
I'm glad there's a Slytherin in Hogwarts.
Lumos.
How many of these are there? 15. No, there's 15 guide pages. That's not 15 empty picture frames. 15 mobs. I don't understand.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Did he say that because there's one nearby? That one?
Accio!
But yeah, he said it because there was one nearby. Oh. I think it's just going up.
Levioso!
Oh. No, there's one in here. No. This is as high as we can go. Didn't see it. Nope, not that one.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio!
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Revelio.
Goblet of Fire casket. The Goblet of Fire rests within this ancient, jewel-encrusted chest. The goblet has served as the means of selecting champions for the Tri-Wizard Tournament since the contest established in the late 13th century. Footage balls. Oh, this is the trophy room.
Accio.
Okay. That's 4 of 6. Hogwarts Herbology Award. In recognition of exemplary skill in the field of herbology, Hogwarts bestows this special award upon 7th year Hufflepuff Maribel Gerlich, with from mandrakes to mistletoe and bumbototers to bouncing bulbs. Her work with flora has exceeded all expectations.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
What? 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 We unlocked this flame? We did. Green. It's not purple around here anymore.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Yes. We get it. 1321. Oh, other way. That's right.
Accio! I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Okay. That. Whoa.
Accio!
Is this the divination tower? It sure is. Cream pinstrip symbol. Ensemble? Madwana Onani. Oni. I know they told us that name, and under Professor Black's direction, it is my honor as Deputy Headmistress to offer you the position of Divination Professor at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. We are thrilled at the prospect of having you join our distinguished faculty. Please inform us of your intentions as soon as possible. I eagerly await your response. Warmest regard, Professor Matilda Weasley. Okay.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio! That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
What buttholes. Hiding that girl's gobstones like that. Here's another door. 9-4. There's only 10 animals around. Oh no. There's definitely a secret to it.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstones.
Hello, Zenobia. I found all your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's a fine idea.
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together laughing as all the losers get sprayed, which won't include me. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
Up to Hogsmeade we go.
Accidentally levitated Professor Rowan.
Revelio.
Obviously, the best breed is gone with the dangerous plants.
I need to get some dragonhide gloves for herbology. I refuse to handle Chinese chomping cabbages with bare hands.
Revelio.
Three Sisters Bells. The Three Sisters Bells are said to be a tribute to the three similarly named, beautiful, steep ridges that rise majestically over the glen in Argyllshire. It is rumored that one can hear them ring in the glen, way across the highlands. When they are rung in the castle. Locals have been baffled by the mysterious ringing for years. Snowy Owlsburg.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
And
Revelio.
flattened armor. This set of armor belongs to Sir Straddle Horple, the heedless who unwisely challenged a mountain troll to a game of musical chairs. Okay, and with that, we're gonna call it a night, and we will do Hogsmeade first thing on our next one. So you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.